are rolling. Rolling.
We are rolling. I don't see that on-air light, so I don't talk when I don't see the on-air light. Happy April Fool's Day. There it is. Good evening. Welcome to the best place you can park it on a Wednesday night. Welcome to the Attitude Shift. I'm Donna Butler, ready to prank you, fool you, trick you, urban legend you, whatever it takes. Celebrating a new month, April 1st. Can't do it without my wing woman, my co-producer, the wife of the sponsor of our show, Siobhan Shaw. Where are you, darling?
I'm right here. I'm in shadow. I am the urban legend, or maybe I'm the suburban legend. That may be more like it.
Maybe you don't exist after all this time.
Maybe I don't. I'm in shadow now.
There she is. Hi, Siobhan.
Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the Attitude Shift, everybody, and riding along with us. We love her, Zariel Butler, in the co-host seat with us now. Love your new hair.
Thank you. Good to be here. Glad to be riding in the car with you guys. Excited about the new year. I mean, not the new year, the new month. It's going by so fast for me. Like, wow. But I'm excited about this show. Let's see.
Cool. Well, we know we have limited battery on your end, so I think that we should probably get right into what's happening, what we're talking about, because it is no April Fool. If you get cut off, it's
not a joke.
Got cut off. It is not a joke. So what sparked this? We're talking urban legends, right, Siobhan? Oh, by the way, this show is sponsored by Miracle Pots.
That would be miraclepots.com.
That's right.
Grow more in small spaces.
Grow more in small spaces. Mm-hmm.
We also have an Instagram page now. Check us out, Miracle Pots. Go follow
on
us.
Instagram. Yay! And don't forget Twitter, tweet, and all that good stuff. Okay, and that's not an April Fool's, and that's not an urban legend. So let's talk about those urban legends and why we keep telling the same story over and over and over. We put a little spin on it, we put a little twist on it, but it's the same story. It's been going on for years. Why do we do that, ladies?
We need to believe in something outrageous. There's some reason why we need to believe in things. Some of them are true, though, because anything can happen, I guess. So, it's hard to differentiate between the truth and the falsehood, and we so totally want to believe in somebody's bad luck or something like that, right? So.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we like to know there's a reason, for certain things, and we like the excitement to know that, a lot of these stories that I've caught up on or read, or even, the movies Urban Legend, a lot of them are just like the excitement, the thrill, or you just can't believe that happened, So I think that we thrive off of that. Someone else's misfortune, we sort of thrive off of.
Well, I don't know how the heck I could thrive off of knowing that if I stare in the mirror and count to 10 and close my eyes, Bloody freaking Mary is gonna be standing there. I don't see how I'm gonna thrive off of that.
Out of everybody, Bloody Mary decided to come visit you. Out of everybody else in the world, she decided when you closed your eyes, she was gonna come in your bathroom. That's pretty,
right.
Thriving and exciting.
Okay, so is that real? Is that an urban legend, and is that real? I thought it was real.
I
tried it.
Bloody Mary a dozen times.
You tried it?
Heck yeah, I've tried it for years. Siobhan hasn't, and
I haven't, and I won't.
I have yet to see some weird woman staring me in the mirror. I've tried that. Nope, I haven't.
You're supposed to count to 1, 2, 3. I just didn't make it to 3. I ran out the bathroom, or the lights came on, or whoever I was with started laughing. It just never worked out. But
Okay,
So,
so I only know one urban legend. It's Ogopogo in Kelowna, British Columbia. There's a lake monster, like the Loch Ness monster, big sort of serpent monster that comes and is seen. I know somebody right next to me who says he's seen it. He
What?
swears he's seen Ogopogo. So uh, they say he's got an underground lair, a cave, like a series of caves under the mountains, that go off the lakes, and that there's little Ogopogos because he's not just like this big monster. He procreates, so that you see the Ogopogo with his little family sometimes.
Oh, all I'm thinking of is like little Shreks, like Shrek just running around with little ogres. Like that's the only thing that's coming in my head.
all I have to say is, once again, I have to see it to believe it. I think the name is cute, Ogopogo. I think it's cute. But, unless I see the little Ogopogo family myself, that's just chalk that one up, to
So
another one of those.
So-
That's two
So
down.
I was associate producer on a movie that was about Ogopogo, and it was a comedy, sort of a comedy mockumentary type of thing. And we were on a bluff filming, and everybody, you could see sort of this expansive lake, and not everybody, but a few of us saw this undulation in the water, and I think the camera guy got a picture of it. It was pretty exciting to me.
Okay, so we'll
Doing
erase
that
that one.
Uh-huh.
We'll erase that, Mark. So we just have one now, Bloody Mary. I'll give you that one because there's a chance that you saw Ogopogo.
Yeah, there's a chance.
So I'll slide that one, okay? I will let you go that one. How about the mattress? How about the body under the mattress, Ariel? Tell us about that one.
So there was a body found. There was a couple that went to go stay in a motel, and there was a stench the 2 days that they were staying there, and there ended up being a woman's body found under the mattress where she had hidden or she had died under there. Was a place where where someone would hide. Well, the body was under there for like 40 years, and people went and stayed in the room and everything, and the stench they had to smell, but no one ever thought to look under the bed. So
I get a smell right now.
right, and this is a true story. This has happened in Vegas, Kansas, and it made me think like the people who are cleaning the rooms. The first time I heard this story, because I remember hearing this story, and all I could think of was the maids were not going under the bed and looking under the bed and cleaning under the bed because the body had to fit under the bed. So,
But apparently it was like some kind of like closet trap door kind of, which I don't get either. So I have to give it a half mark because just like you said, Ariel, I mean, a stench is a stench is a stench. And that doesn't go away. I mean, that only gets worse. So I can't imagine two people in bed, and that stench is so, yeah, no.
That's
No.
not. Yeah. That's an urban legend. That's not real.
Even though they say it's true, it says it's been
Mm.
known to happen in 3 different places. I don't know. I'm going to give it a half mark.
I remember it happening on the news. It was on the news.
No, but that's the thing. You remember it because you've seen it so much. You've read
No.
about it. You now are
And if
thinking
it's
that the
on
news
the news,
people
it's
told
true.
you about it.
If it's on the news, it's true.
No, not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that I saw them pull out a body on a when it came out the motel room. That's all I'm saying. I don't know where the body was, but that's all I'm saying.
So why? I like how you guys said at the beginning of the show is because we want to believe in something. We want to have something outrageous to talk about. We want to have those water cooler moments, to see who can outdo, the other. But how about the urban legend or not urban legend that the internet was invented? I can't even get that out. I can't even get that out.
for it. 'Cause
We'll take a moment to thank our sponsor, miraclepots.com. Well,
That's
Don
right.
gets it out.
What's the dude's name? I mean, he said he invented the internet. Come on, his name. He's the president. He was a vice president. Al Gore. Al Gore. I couldn't get it. Al Gore. He says he invented the internet. Did he invent the internet? Who invented the internet? Who invented it?
The internet people?
Yeah.
Those people?
Who are the
Bill
internet
Gates?
people?
Bill Gates?
Did he invent the internet? Did he? Don't.
But
fall
now
off the
everybody's
chair.
gonna think Bill Gates invented the internet. Who was it? I don't know.
I don't know, but Al Gore said he did. So who are we to debunk that Al Gore says he invented the internet? Or did he even say he invented the internet, or did someone else say that? See, there's that rumor. What are you drinking tonight, Siobhan?
Oh, water.
Okay,
Water in a wine glass, though. It is my wine glass, and there's my lipstick print. See,
in a fancy glass.
I'm all dolled up tonight.
But I mean, who claims these things? I mean, I would like someone to tell me who invented the internet. You know, so that would be something. I mean, we have people that invented computers and did all of that, but who actually started that gateway? Who actually did that? Was it, in fact, Al Gore that we don't know about? Just like Mr. Rogers. Ariel, did you know that Mr. Rogers was a Navy SEAL?
He's Canadian.
I'm not surprised about that, actually.
And he wears the sweaters to cover his tattoos.
Really?
No.
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 That's what
he's.
That's what they
Canadian.
say.
Okay, so he's not really Canadian?
Is he? Are you really
He
Canadian?
wouldn't be a Navy SEAL if he was Canadian. I don't know what our special forces are called, but I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I don't think he'd be a Navy SEAL, but that's, that was one of the top 25 urban legends, was Mr. Rogers being a Navy SEAL. And that was. And then the Coca-Cola. What about the boyfriend that wanted to hang himself, that pretended to hang himself and ended up actually hanging himself? That was, they say, is true. They say that happens all the time.
A lot of them you just hear like, okay, so I heard my friend, he tried to hang himself, and it, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of them start people just because they want to be like, I knew this person, or I know who this was, and you just sound like you're really cool.
Yeah, that's it. It's like a friend of a friend, right? It's like, oh, I know this person on Facebook. Like, oh, I know so-and-so celebrity because they're my friends on Facebook, but you've never actually met them.
Right. So is that the attitude? What attitude would we say that is? Want to be in the know, want to be popular, want to be, what kind of attitude would that be? I mean, that has to be something. A big fat liar? Is that what you said?
Big fat liar.
He just wants to just know everything, but it depends on the information that you're giving. There's nothing wrong with you knowing or wanting to, to
have all this
things.
stuff.
It's just
right.
The information that you're giving. Just like I always go back to the telephone game. Like, you can mess up a story completely, and you can start off right, but as soon as it goes down and more into it, it changes. And a lot of the stories that I was reading on the urban legend were like young people chain stories, chain letters that got on the internet that gradually went to each person and changed throughout time. Urban legends that started 20 years ago that changed because people were passing along the internet. And
right.
And
that's true. And Siobhan and I were talking about that earlier, like the story with Bloody Mary. I've heard that since I was a kid. Different stories, and then they change. I've heard the Coca-Cola story, but in my day, it was, Coca-Cola had cocaine in it. It had a lot of cocaine in it. And that
Pop Rocks, remember, if you eat Pop Rocks and you drink a soda or carbonation,
yeah, you explode.
You're gonna die.
You have a heart attack,
Yeah.
And so,
A lot
yeah,
of people really believe that.
and that's the attitude, like I was saying. So some people won't do certain things. You know, those things, you know, people won't eat Pop Rocks and drink soda at the same time. You know, people won't go in the mirror and turn, you know, the light off and even attempt, you know, to play
Is
Bloody Mary. Um, Say again?
breaking the mirror an urban legend?
Oh,
Breaking
is
the
that?
mirror?
Yeah.
You know, when a mirror breaks and it's like 100 years of bad luck. Is that an urban legend?
7 years of bad luck. I
Yeah.
think that's a superstition, but it could be. I mean, what is, Siobhan, you have a definition of urban legend. What
No.
was that definition?
Oh, it's just
Folklore?
yeah, it's just folklore. So it's just sort of this spread of a story that gets spread quickly through a community or through the society, and they're usually told very dramatically, like the stories are, you know, and they happen to real people, you know, a friend of a friend, right?
Right,
And
right.
right, and you know, it happened to my cousin's friend from Detroit, and you know, it,
And it's hard
it
to go
really
back
is
on that. You know,
true.
who do you right, you go to your friend and go, oh, you're lying, you know, because it's a friend of a friend. I swear it's a friend of a friend. I saw
Yeah,
it,
right.
you know.
That's how-
And so I think that's how it's passed on like that. I mean,
Yeah.
who's going to doubt, you know, Mickey Joe's great-great-grandfather who saw, you know, something strange, you know, the UFO, you know, and who's going to say anything about that, you know? It's just something that happened. We were doing a folklore with my son the other day. We did a folklore about going into space, and it was just like as told by a grandfather to his children. And, you know, it was a bunch of, you know, made up stuff, but it was something that they passed along and along and along and along, and it was in his school book, and it was really a neat story. But once again, you could tell it was passed on. So there are some great things that we pass along. You know, some of the folklores that we pass along are really great. You know, they mold our children. They give our children a sense of, you know, characters and creativity.
Mm-hmm.
But then when you start playing
So,
scary, crazy stuff, you know.
so I asked on my Facebook, of course.
Of course.
Asked the experts on Facebook what some of the urban legends were that they knew of. And one said there's one about Elvis's motorcycle that was found in a barn and sold for millions. He claimed it was engraved under the seat to Elvis Love Priscilla.
Wow. I'd like to have seen that one and have that one. That's a good one. And see, that's cool. That's, you know,
Believable,
that's cool.
though. That is believable.
That is believable. That is believable. Do you guys think, and you know, I'm going to ask you this, do you think being gullible, that's an attitude?
That's what I was going to say. I keep getting, you guys were laughing at me earlier, and the word that I kept getting was gullible. Gullible.
Oh, yeah, when we did the April Fool joke on you, huh? Yeah, we kind of got her.
What happened? What happened?
Well,
There's just gullible trusting your mother. there's two different things.
From the time I picked up Ivy, I sent him a text, and I just told him to play along with me. So I told him that there was going to be this woman that was going to come on TV tonight and announce that Daddy Man had fathered her child.
Yeah. And I'm a firecracker.
And we wrote, yeah, it was,
and
you know, and I had to play along.
Fell for it? Did you fall for it, Ariel?
Yes. I did. I fell hard for it. I just couldn't understand. And they went a long way with it. We got home, Dad even had a little water in his eyes, tried to cry a little bit. Yes, and then they told me April's Fools, you know. I thought we were too old to be playing those kind of jokes on each other, so, you know, I didn't think nothing of it. But.
Well, I actually got caught. I got caught today, and I knew it was April Fool's, right? Because
I caught you, Tara.
No, the radio station and the mayor of the city. I just
Oh, they
felt
went big.
hook, line, and sinker and so many other people did. And I was driving along listening to this report on the radio, and it said that they were going to start charging dog owners by the pound. So how many pounds their dogs were, that was what their license would cost for their dogs. So, the five-pound Chihuahua would be $5, and the 150-pound St. Bernard would be $150. So to register your dog, to license your dog, that's what it would cost. And that was a new innovative way the city was thinking of dealing with dog licenses and dog owners and stuff like that. And they were going to use the money to make more dog-friendly parks. And so these people are calling in, and I'm riding along, and I'm listening, and I'm just agreeing with the guy. One guy said, people will starve their dogs. I didn't think it was April Fool's. I completely forgot it was April Fool's.
Were you getting all steamed up?
I was like, oh, if I could just call in, yeah, absolutely, they're going to starve their dogs. The people are idiots. Who would come up with this? It's a new mayor. Yeah, he needs to go now. Like, I was thinking, oh my God, this is horrible. Horrible for the dogs. And I was trying to figure out how many pounds Holly weighed.
Yeah, you were already getting it lined up.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, what?
So how long did it take you? How long did it take you?
All day until I got back in the car and I was driving home, and they were laughing about it, and they had the mayor call in, I guess, and they had a recording of him, so they played it later in the day of how he was all serious that yes, they were thinking about doing this, charging dog owners by the pound for their pups, and then the mayor even said April Fools, so he was even in on it.
Great Caesar's ghost. I mean, well, I've been lucky so far. I've made it through the day. I'm not easily fooled, so I pretty much made it through the day. I've heard a bunch of different things. They had this thing on about our church having an extra hours, to service, and I was like, yeah, right, whatever. I'm not staying an extra hour. So that wiped that one out. I didn't complain about that one. Then there was someone else that said something about that there was going to cancel, I don't know, something at school. I don't know, something that I know is not true. Pretty much it's like this. You have to check your sources. Once again, I can into this show. I can do it because if you're aware of, if it sounds too good to be true, what is it saying? It usually is too good to be true. If it sounds too good to be true, check your sources. There's no such thing as a unicorn. There is no unicorn walking down 3rd Avenue. There is not. Let's just keep that. Let's just say that. There's no unicorn walking down 3rd Avenue. There's just things that we have to be aware of that, we know it's folklore. You just have to be on point with that. Not saying that I can't be fooled. I'm pretty sure I can be fooled. Given the right circumstance, you got to get up pretty early.
So on the internet, they have a source that you can go to find out if stuff on the internet is real or not. It's called Snopes, S-N-O-P-E-S, Snopes.com.
Right.
So go check it out because when you share something, you're just perpetuating the urban legend. So.
And you better be able to back it up, But I did do a lot of crazy. I did play with the Ouija board and do kind of things like that. So, I've seen some things like that, but that's another show. But, nothing really crazy. Like I said, the Bloody Mary, the hook in the window, all of that. I've never seen any of that before.
Okay, so quickly, I want Ariel, she has a fan near here, a friend of mine, Big T, I'll call him, saw you last week. He tuned into the show, and he sort of course, like watching Oprah and watching us are like watching paint dry, but he really thought that you were gorgeous. But he put Oprah and us in the same category, so I get it. And he was like,
Yeah, but wait.
Who's that young woman with the accent? So he wanted to know because he thought you were gorgeous. So can you just give a shout out to Big T? And she's not going to be there to do it. There she is. No, there she is.
Is she there? She's there. I see her.
Oh, too bad.
She's right there. Well, Big T.
Well, Donnie,
Big
it's
T,
not going
look
to
at
be
her
the
picture.
same.
It's not going to be the same, but Big T, on behalf of my beautiful, gorgeous daughter, hi. You have to turn in.
This is like cougar life.
Hey, that's a pitch.
I think there's already a show.
You have to tune in next week, Big T, to see her. I mean, you know, it's just, I mean, you can see her, but that's just, she's real. Siobhan, tell me a little bit in our time we have left, or which looking at Frozen Rail. What's going on with Miracle Pots? You got any updates for us, real quick? What's happening?
Oh, we're going to launch Miracle Pots through Indiegogo, so Indiegogo.com. So check that out. You can go to miraclepots.com. Just join our Facebook page, Miracle Pots, or Twitter page, Miracle Pots, or Ariel set one up for Instagram. It's Miracle Pots, and just stay tuned because in a few weeks we'll introduce Miracle Pots through Indiegogo, which is a crowdfunding campaign, and you'll be able to pre-order. Be among the first people that will get Miracle Pots when they come off the manufacturing line. So it's pretty cool, and it's an amazing product. It's all about container gardening, so growing more in less space. So patios, backyards, rooftops, wherever you want to grow in the South, right, Donna?
Absolutely, and that's great for me because I'm lazy. I don't have a green thumb. But I love fresh veggies. I love fruit. And what better way is to have a lineup of Miracle Pots on my deck. So, yeah, and being a Louisiana distributor. So, y'all, and I'm saying y'all. I don't use say y'all a lot. Y'all be ready because we are going to launch this thing like crazy. You know, grow big in small spaces like that. I love that.
Yeah,
I love
it's like how we do
Siobhan,
this show, you know. We have a big show in a small space. I'm in this, like, small little space. We do a big show every week.
But we do a big show every week. And you know what? And while we're on the show topic and doing urban legends, and just kind of taking this to kind of goof off tonight's show, let's take a little bit of quick time to thank so many people that I have watched stepped up. You put up an excerpt from Journey of the Soul Car with the toe chain, and you put that up. And shortly after, one of our biggest fans, one of our biggest supporters, Michael K., he took that link and he shared it. Then I saw someone else, Melanie Holmes, she shared it. You know, that they just took it and read that little excerpt and they just shared it. And to me, that was like watching the link really work. You know, and I've been seeing that not only with Miracle Pots, but with Attitude Shift for the past 5 years, 6 years. You just see people linking on, and they're sharing what we're saying. And I think people, you know what, are really starting to finally get it. You know, and I hate to say it like that, but I think we had to get it ourselves too. I think we had to walk through some of the ups, the downs, the ins, the outs. I for one, have watched, so much come out of this.
You know, it's taking the time and being happy for somebody else, happy for what's going on in their life. And I think that for a lot of people, we're just so myopic, is that word? We're just so inner focused or focused on ourselves that we're not paying attention to what's going on in other people's lives unless it is as exciting as an urban legend. So, that's why things go viral, people falling and hurting themselves. That's a whole, they have a whole television show of people falling and hurting themselves, and funny things that happen to people. So we're sort of like voyeurs. We want to watch and we want to see bad things happen to good people. But what we overlook is is being part of that person's journey, that good person's journey. Like, jump in,
Right.
help them out. It takes 2 seconds to share a link, pass on a page, ask it takes. We had a friend this morning who sat at her computer for however long it took to invite every one of her friends, and she specifically messaged people that I'd gone to college with. Like, this was a college friend of mine, and she left 3 words: Bishop's alumni.
Mm-hmm.
Bishop's University alumni. That's what she wrote that went with
Right.
inviting them to Miracle Pot's Facebook page. She went over and above what I'm saying. Just share somebody's link.
Right.
Just quickly. We're always busy sharing NBC and ABC and what CNN says and what these big time people say. But what about your friend next door who's selling Avon or
No, you're right. That's so true. And I love that.
Just help them out.
That's all. And sometimes it's just like what you said. Sometimes it's just a link. Sometimes it's just saying put a link up. I had a friend that she entered her daughter into this contest thing, and all she needed to do was have people vote, on the picture. And it was no big deal. Just went in there, clicked it, and vote on the picture. And, it was so funny. She wrote me. She inboxed me. She says, I saw you voted. Thank you. And she goes like, you think that you have over 700 friends, and you go in and you take the time to ask everyone to vote, and 10 vote. And I think that's kind of weird.
But they would vote for American Idol. They'd sit down, they'd vote for a bunch of complete strangers just because they're entertained by that. Whereas as reaching out and helping somebody
and we're going to definitely
so
have to
much
do a
back
show.
to you.
Yeah, we're going to have to do a show.
Back to you. You just don't, just wake up, world. Wake up and share.
And I'm going to say something that I'm going to say it because I'm controversial and I'm going to probably get a lot of feedback. I hear more people that watch the show Empire. They watch the show Empire. Everything, their world shuts down. Walking Dead, Empire. Their world just shuts down. And they don't want to be bothered. They don't want to be disturbed. They don't want anything to happen. But when you ask them to click one link, to do something for someone that they know, and I'm going to say this. I'm on the soap stand. I'm going to say this. I think it really sucks. I do. I think that is something that you're right. We have got to wake up because you know what? Those people, they already have that. You're paying money and, Empire. That's a show. That's an established show. That's a show that's got sky high in the ratings. But just like you said, what about the lady that sells Avon? Next door, or the lady that you go get your nails done at. Do you promote her? I try to promote anybody that does anything, for my hair, the things that people do, the lipstick, the necklace. This necklace today, I tagged Nina Wachter for it because, she hooked me up with a really cool necklace. Sometimes it's just something so simple as just letting someone know you see them. Just you may not like it. Miracle Pots may not be for everyone. The Attitude Shift may not be for everyone. Our book, anything like that. But acknowledge that you see them because everyone likes to have their moment.
Well, I can tell you that a little gray dog sees me. She's staring at me right now. And so it is time to put it in park so we can go to the park. To do her business, and I hope it doesn't cost me $20. You think is that how much you weigh, Holly?
Yeah, she's about that, huh?
Yeah, she's probably about 20 pounds. She probably should be 15.
Thank goodness for April Fool. Yeah, so do you have anything you want to add? Do we have any good stuff coming up this month?
We do. We have a great guy coming up next week. You got to check him out. His name is Lupe.
I can't wait.
And he just said he was excited to be on the show, and you've got to check it out. We'll start promoting him early next week. I think the show is called Standardized. I might have that wrong, but because I haven't done any research yet. but
I'm looking forward
watch
to
for
it.
him because it's really funny. It's a guy who can't speak English very well. Like his pronunciations are all off, and it's just hilarious. So,
And he makes a joke about it. You know, he's aware of it, and he makes a joke about it. So let's check him out next week. In the meantime, that's it. Ariel's frozen. Battery's dead. She'll be back live and kicking next week. We're going to keep on plugging. We're going to keep on plugging. Thanks to Miracle Pots. You know, look for them on the web, miraclepots.com. Let's grow something, people. Let's grow something. Siobhan, thank you so much for in that seat with me. Take Holly out to the park. You know what, people? Do what you got to do. Just do it right. Do it fair and do it with a positive attitude. Till we meet again, we'll see you on the web. Who started the web anyway? We'll see you next week. Peace out.